Good morning. If you have eggs in your refrigerator and you haven't heard because the government is shut down, you might want to go throw them away.
Hi lovelies, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Belinda Strana. Thank you so much for all the love and support. To my returning subscribers, to those people that share my videos, leave commentaries, and also educate each and every one of us, you guys are the real MVP. So lovelies, I came across these stitches on my For You, and I thought to share where Americans are reacting to the Salmonella outbreak that is found in eggs. Like, it is actually advisable that if you have egg in your refrigerator, it is more advisable for you to actually throw it out. Research have said that so many people are getting unalived by egg, and from what has been found in these eggs. Lovely. I saw the stage, I figured out, but I decided to just put it up here so that even though it's not something that is that, but people really need to be very, very cautious and very mindful of what they actually purchase, lovelies. I'm just going to roll the clip, and I hope everyone stays safe. Leave me your thought in the comment section of what you think of this video, and let's dive into it.
Good morning. If you have eggs in your refrigerator and you haven't heard because the government is shut down, you might want to go throw them away. They are actually killing people. Like, people are dying from eggs in 2025 due to a massive Salmonella outbreak. And because the FDA hasn't been releasing any newsletters, there is now information on these illnesses and deaths, and they are prompting people to throw away their eggs and to stop purchasing immediately. Yeah, you heard that right. 6 million eggs are on recall, as they have been found to include salmonella and infecting people and sending them to the hospital at an alarming rate, to the point the FDA is saying don't FAFO, throw them in the fucking trash now. And as you guessed, the FDA has issued the highest level recall available, meaning it don't get much fucking worse than this. And it's upgrading it to a nationwide egg recall and the most serious risk level, meaning if you want to eat this shit, you might die from that shit. Now, I know what you're thinking. Aja, you told us about eggs before. Yes, honestly, this is the same fucking recall, but they have updated it, as prior to this recall, the severity wasn't as high and it didn't include as many states as it does. And now they're saying we fucked up. There is a severe illness linked with these eggs, which could only mean that there's something going on with the chickens, if you ask me. I think the chickens are sick. I don't think it's salmonella. I think those chickens are infected with something and they're not telling us what. So if the eggs are infected, let's stay away from chicken for now. That's my opinion.
All right, so Monday shenanigans, I guess, because baby, your girl is irritating. I get the notification saying HEB has contaminated eggs. Say what? You say what now? I just bought some eggs from over there. So, got the eggs from HEB. They want to tell me I need to look on the carton, look for a name, a number. I don't know what's on the damn carton. I take some eggs out the carton and put them in a little holder in the icebox. Nah. Oh, Jesus. Nah, I don't even know what to do, because I just put an egg in my potato salad yesterday to eat with my gumbo. Jesus, fix it. I don't feel bad. I feel good. I feel good. But should I push it a little further and scramble me some eggs with my avocado toast this morning?
We have another egg recall, and this time it's in like 5 different states. These eggs are from black sheep eggs, but they are also sold to wholesalers. So if you are in Arkansas, Missouri, California, Texas, Indiana, or Mississippi, or possibly surrounding areas, I don't even know if geography really effing matters at this point. We just know that these eggs are sold and then repackaged. So it's at first it was brown eggs. Now it's white eggs also. There is really no way for you to 100% for sure tell if your eggs are from this black sheep egg company. But unless you want to get salmonella, which I don't think that's a fun time, I would check the FDA website. You can go to fda.gov and go to recalls, and then go to black sheep egg company, and you can scroll down to distribution pattern or product identification, and they're going to start releasing more information, hopefully, about where the eggs ended up. These eggs, unfortunately, are also going to end up in a bunch of products. So that's gross. Make your own food. Make your own food. Past that, though, you can go to your actual grocery store's website, like wherever you're shopping, and they should have a section for recalls. So if you are buying eggs of any color, whether they are brown or white or whatever, I would go check on this because salmonella does not sound like a great time, and the FDA is really not spending a lot of resources on telling us that this is happening. Oh boy. Every day I inch closer to veganism. Every day.
What's a recall on eggs now? Make sure y'all check y'all refrigerators. Something is in the water. Something is going on, because how is all these different food and snacks on recall now? Like, is there something we need to know, or what's going on? Like, we have to eat. You know, I don't like eggs, but still, like, I know people love eggs. Like,
eggs are currently being recalled over the risk of salmonella. The recall includes 12 and 18 count cartons of the free-range, large grade A brown eggs from Black Sheep Egg Company. Now is a good time to go check your fridge. The FDA found 40 positive samples for the bacteria on these eggs. The best buy dates range from August 22nd to October 31st, so if you have one of these cartons, immediately toss it and clean any surfaces that you may have touched. For those who are wondering what salmonella even is, it's an infection with symptoms including diarrhea, fever, and abdominal cramps. Not fun at all. Share this video with someone who needs to hear this.
There's an egg recall in the United States right now, and it just got even bigger. The FDA says brown eggs, possibly contaminated with salmonella, were repackaged and sold under a different name. It started with Black Sheep Egg Company. That company recalled its free-range, large grade A brown eggs. But now eggs under the Ken's Hens brand are also being pulled after tests found multiple strains of salmonella at the same facility. So here's what to look out for. Best buy dates between August 22nd and October 31st of 2025 on Black Sheep cartons, and Ken's Hens 12 count cartons with dates October 11th through the 17th and this UPC. Take a screenshot. As of right now, the Ken's Hens cartons were only sold in Houston, but even if you don't live in Houston, the FDA warns those eggs were also shipped to Arkansas, Missouri, and possibly other states just under a different name. No one's gotten sick yet, but you do need to check your fridge, and if you find these eggs, you need to throw them out.
The average American consumes about 260 eggs a year. Now, this largest ever salmonella outbreak from eggs is making consumers sick. There have been 1,300 more cases than normally reported between May and July. Carol Labato ate eggs at a Denver restaurant.
The shaking, I had a fever, I had vomiting, just sick.
The outbreak.
They couldn't just be expensive. Now it's dangerous to even eat them. And after you spend all this money on these eggs, it's dangerous to even eat the egg.
Plant produced 5.5 million eggs a day. Now
7 million chickens, 5.5 eggs a day. Chickens lay eggs every single day? That's a lot.
Jack DeCoster is being sued by some victims of the outbreak. The recalled eggs are packaged under more than a dozen different names. The sickening bacteria can be both on the shell and in the yolk.
They get into the flocks in the egg-laying houses by feed, by water, and by environmental contamination.
When this outbreak started, egg producers largely were inspecting themselves. But last month, the Food and Drug Administration imposed mandatory controls, including random egg inspections. Meanwhile, the best advice, thoroughly cook all eggs or return suspect cartons to the store.
Million eggs from Black Sheep and Ken's Hens have been recalled for this possible salmonella contamination. The FDA adding recalled products from the Black Sheep Egg Company were also sold to retailers and other wholesale companies in several states, including Arkansas, Missouri, and Texas between July 9th and September 17th, 2025, where they may have been repackaged and distributed to more states. Salmonella symptoms, they typically start 6 hours to 6 days after swallowing the bacteria. The most common are diarrhea, fever, and cramps, according to the the CDC. If you have those recalled eggs, don't eat them, throw them out or return them for a refund, and be sure to sanitize any surfaces. As for what this means for egg prices, I spoke to a number of analysts. They believe it's likely to be much more muted than what we witnessed with the bird flu because of the size of this recall. 6 million eggs versus many tens of millions, and because this is a problem with the eggs and not the chickens themselves. Some great expectations there, Michael. I did it.
Oh, yes,
yes,
you
I
did. All right, thank you, Ruby.
6 million eggs from
food recall. Today is the 23rd of October. This information coming from the FDA website, so be familiar with that site for any food recalls and a bunch of other things. But I'm going to start on the 17th. So on the 17th is the brand name is Haiti. I'm going to put the picture so you can really see. I may be saying that wrong. The thing being recalled is the ground cinnamon. It's being recalled due to potential contamination with lead, that is metal. You don't want to ingest that, but especially the babies who are still developing. That's a bad thing for them. Don't give that and throw it out, return it, get your money back. Then on the same date, the brand name Hans. It's being recalled for grade AA large pasture raised eggs. And it is being recalled due to potential contamination with Salmonella. Now, this is what we're going to be discussing. First of all, if you've ever been infected with Salmonella, how the symptoms will present is diarrhea. That's the biggest hint. You're going to have fever, some abdominal pain, and the dangerous part of it that it can go into other body organs and cause major problems. So if you have bought that food, kindly pay attention to your symptoms. Be aware that you should throw that out, return it, get your money back. But also, very important, make sure you are sanitizing the area where you put that food and you're cleaning the area so that the bacteria doesn't spread into other parts of your home, which can then affect other people if they're coming to visit or you live with multiple people, okay? So let's go over these eggs that are being recalled for Salmonella. Excuse me. My bad. Okay. So more than 6 million eggs have been recalled by the company Black Sheep Egg, right? And this is due to Salmonella. So the FDA did a collection of sample at the Arkansas, I believe, the Arkansas company, and they found that the samples they collected, 40 environmental samples are positive for Salmonella, including 7 different strains. And some of those strains that they found of the Salmonella does cause infection in the human body. So don't ingest it, okay? Beautiful. Now, the recalled eggs were sold with the best buy date between August 22nd of this year and October 31st of 2025, okay? So that is between August 22nd and October 31st, 2025. That's the best buy date for these eggs. This company, which is the Black Sheep Egg Company, distributed the eggs to retail and wholesale locations in Arkansas, Missouri, as well as a broker location in Missouri. Then you have Texas, California, and Indiana from July 9th through September 17th, 2025, okay? These distributors then may repackage the eggs and distribute them to other states. So it can be across multiple states other than the ones we listed. Obviously, we're going to expect more recalls to happen as more testing is being done and more tracking of how the eggs may have been redistributed or repackaged, okay? This brings us back to the 17th when the FDA sent out the recalls of the Hans eggs. So on October 16th, Texas-based brand Hans announced that it was recalling 12-count packages of eggs sourced from Black Sheep Egg Company, and it was sold under that brand name, okay? So my biggest worry, though, is because these eggs is coming from one source, right? And that's usually what happens. When one big company is able to give out to multiple brands and distribute it to multiple brands and state line and stores and all of that, we, the consumer, are paying the price because one person decided that I'm big enough, I'm going to trickle it down to everybody else, right? But also, now think of what the eggs is used for. Many breakfast food, like the frozen breakfast sandwiches, for example, the burritos, the wraps, right? And now we may have to start paying attention that we might expect a recall happening for those type of products. Aren't you happy? Like, isn't this great? Anyway, make sure you are cooking your food thoroughly. If you choose to keep it, I don't recommend. Throw it out, return it, get your money back, clean up. Use your bleach if you must, but if it's an area where you process your own food in your home, sanitize it, meaning you're just leaving the amount of bacteria or microorganisms in general that will not cause harm to your body because you don't want to be ingesting bleach either, right? But if it's not an area you process food, you just want to clean, make sure you're using a nice, effective cleaning agent and you're paying attention to the contact time, right? The contact time is important because if you don't follow the contact time of your cleaning reagent, you are not being effective. And what's going to happen? You're going to spread the bacteria. If you got little kids, if you got fur babies, they are a great source of spreading microorganisms in your household. So with that, I bid you a great day. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
God, it's not only the tomatoes, it's the fucking eggs too. A lot of eggs on recall. Do not eat an egg. Remember how I came on here the other day and told you that there was a massive tomato recall and they were saying the tomatoes had a special type of fucking bacteria, Salmonella to be exact, that was new and that would not die if you froze or cooked it. It's in the fucking eggs now, and now they are saying 1.7 million eggs are on recall. I know y'all fucking hardheaded and will still go to the grocery store and call me a liar, so let's get into the facts. At least 1.7 million eggs recalled as the CDC and the FDA investigate a multi-state Salmonella outbreak. The outbreak as of now has sickened 79 people across 7 states according to the CDC. And now 21 people in addition to that have been hospitalized. The announcement was just issued yesterday, and the Hillmore, California-based distribution company recalled 1.7 million eggs, which have sell-by dates ranging from March 5th to June 19th, and were sold at retailers including Walmart and Safeway, as well as under many different brands. So these are multiple brands. Literally, I have so many eggs in my refrigerator. I am going to return them to Walmart right now. And I'm starting to think that this isn't an accident. Don't eat an egg. Please, don't eat an egg. Don't eat a tomato. Don't eat a cucumber. Bitch, starve. God, it's not only...
Like, seriously, lovelies, yet again, another outbreak. It is only God that will save someone. It is only God that will keep on keeping his own people safe and alive. This has actually become one of the most outbreaked year that have ever existed. You know, I think I stitched a video not long time ago about some outbreak that has to do with rabbits, right? Where these rabbits were growing hunts. They were growing this dark looking hunt, and scientists has actually warned people to get very far away from these rabbits. And the thing is that there was another outbreak I actually stitched about concerning some of the beach where people contact some kind of illness. People were also asked to leave these beaches. People were asked to stay away from these beaches because the beach water has been contaminated, which make a lot of people to fall sick and being so hospitalized. Now, I was just going through my For You and I saw about this getting contaminated as well. All of these things are happening in not a short period of time. Like, they just keep on happening, surfacing, and one will just keep asking questions like, what is happening in 2025? Why is all of these things just happening? Why this period? And let's not forget about the aliens and invasion that is set to invade Earth by November. I think I'm gonna look it up to see an updated version, because I have heard a lot of people talking about the 3-eye atlas. People were of the opinion that they are already here, or this alien or Anunnakis are already here. They are actually coming to take over Earth. I stitched a video about that, which I'm still going to look it up. But the essence of this stitch is just for everyone to be very careful. We are in the end time, right? So many prophetic people were like, okay, the world is going to end, the world is going to end, which we keep on saying the world, but I just feel that there is something really going on. If it's not in the physical realm, it's going on in the spiritual realm. And if it's not anything that has to do with spiritual, that means the government is just trying everything possible to just keep its citizen in a, like, I don't know, maybe they're so upset to the fact that people are too much, or the population is getting much, and they're just looking for ways to keep contaminating things to hurt people. Because this recurrence need to be looked at. If it's not the rabbits getting contaminated, it is the beach getting contaminated, it is the flood, raiding people's homes. Now is the egg. Now, like, and there are so many rich people out there building private bunkers. Everything is just happening at once, as if there is something really going on. If it's not alien that that has invaded the earth, or maybe they're on their way, the ship or three-eye athletes, like there are so many things happening. All I can say is that just beware of your surrounding. And when I see stitches like this, I make it an obligation to put it up so that people will just be very careful to actually know that there is something like this happening, so that you can actually be very cautious of your surrounding and what you do, what you take, and what you eat. They said information is power. Information, you can avoid so many uncertainty through information. So that is why I was like, okay, now it's the issue of eggs. Right about now, I'm stitching this video. I have eggs in my fridge, and when I saw this, I was like, God, what is this? Like, is it that these people are just trying to make it possible for humans not to even consume? Like, what is so safe for us to eat? What is safe for us to eat? There is an incident that happened, one time about chicken, and about how this chicken have been infected, or how, oh my God, there are so many things that that keep happening, that keep making people to question if the world is really coming to an end, or there are some forces that keep on trying to manage or try to withhold humanity, or there are some people who are just wanting humanity to decline. Seriously, lovelies, this is getting scarier and scarier each and every passing day. Okay, there is a government shutdown. The other one is EBT getting cut off. Then how are people going to survive? Some people looting Walmart. Some people cannot even, people are being snatched from the street. People barely even eat. Like, oh my God, help us. Like, God should just help his own people, or help every other person, because it's just getting too much. Each and every person that you keep hearing one thing or the other. You know, I just wish that you stay safe anywhere you are. Keep your head or your ears down to hear and to actually receive information. There's no need to panic or whatsoever. But I believe that in the midst of most of this information going out, people will actually be cautious and just be mindful of what they consume. Because at the end of the day, we are humans. Anyway, lovelies, why not just leave me your own thoughts in the comment section of what you think of this video, and please do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying and harassment. We're just here for educational and informative purposes. So, lovelies, if you've not subscribed, please do your girl a huge favor to click on the subscription button. Like, and I will see you, lovelies, when I upload the next one. Share, and I will see you, lovelies, when I upload the next one.